Hey everybody, it's me, Bigfoot Michigan Rob. How's it going? It's Saturday. It's about 3 in the afternoon. You know, I there's a couple articles I came across that I'm going to present to you guys today, which really, for me personally, there's no end to the madness. You know, supposedly some scientific journals were posted about some certain cryptids. There's like 12 cryptids. I'm not going to read all of them, but as I'm going to read these to you guys, and this today is why I feel it's one of the big reasons that research in the cryptid field, whether it's Bigfoot or whatever, Dogman, that it's such a tough time for people out in the field trying to get their point across or try to get across their evidence because it's an upgoing battle that I'm really a proponent of trying to change. So I'll give you an example. I got some stories to read, not stories, some articles, and you guys let me know what you think in the comments below. I can't believe I'm even doing this, but I just got to tell you some of the things that's so ridiculous about what's going on today. And I'll start right off with our Bigfoot. This is from a scientific magazine, you guys, for a few of these that I'm going to read off. Bigfoot is the big guy of cryptozoology, the study of mythical beasts. This hairy humanoid seems to pop up everywhere in forests, from Pennsylvania to the Pacific Northwest. Alas, there is no firm proof that the towering ape man or ape men roam in remote areas. In 2008, a pair from Georgia claimed to have the body of a Bigfoot in a chest freezer, along with DNA evidence of the species, but the DNA turned out to be or belong to a possum, and the body was crumpled in a gorilla suit. If you heard of that story, you guys, I don't know, sounds ridiculous. DNA is a favorite tool for Bigfoot hunters. As it turns out, in 2012, a company called DNA Diagnostics claimed that a study under peer review held and analyzed 3 Sasquatch DNA samples and found Bigfoot to be the love child of ancient Homo sapiens and an unknown primate species. When the paper finally did appear, however, it was a brand new journal called Denono, with only one article, the one about Bigfoot. As of 2018, Denono had published just one other article, a piece by the same Bigfoot researcher, and about the early Native American DNA, published in 2013. Mainstream scientists were not impressed, to say the least. And you know what? I am not impressed with this scientific journal that I'm reading out of. They don't cite any people. They don't cite anything, but come out with this pure speculation. And it's just garbage. And again, I don't provide you guys garbage, but what I'm trying to get forth with this video today is that it impedes us from doing what we want to do. And it hinders investigations moving forward, because the average person is going to read this and they're going to say, you know what, I thought Bigfoot was indeed a hoax or not believe. They go on to talk about a Yeti. So if Sasquatch is a case of hype or even over reality, what's a Bigfoot's snowbound cousin? The Yeti is a legend of the Himalayan mountains. He's said to be 6 feet or 7 feet tall and covered in dark hair. Scientific evidence of the Yeti has popped up occasionally from claims of mysterious footprints, probably bear tracks, in the Himalayas in 2007. This was presented by TV presenter Josh Gates, as they cite, the only person they've cited thus far, to a clump of fur in a Yeti bed in Siberia found by a Russian team in 2011. These claims have led to a big pile of nothing except shameless self-promotion. In 2015, the Siberian Times reported that enterprising entrepreneurs had canned air from Azeka Cave, where the Yeti evidence was supposedly found. For about $3, tourists could take home a breath of Yeti cave hair. Again, I saw the Josh Gates film or documentary on his show. Nothing like they're writing here. Again, they're making it. If I was a person that was interested in Yeti, if I was interested in Bigfoot, and I'm reading these things, again, it's souring my interest in the subject. And again, not to be redundant, but these are the articles and things that I can't believe get published. They're trash, they're garbage. And I don't care if the person that wrote this gets a hold of me, because all you're doing is making dollars at the expense of people that are really interested in what has to be offered. And there's nothing to be offered in these stories, and I didn't want to waste your time with this video. There's more that I could talk about. I just wanted to vent today because this is ridiculous. You know, I've talked to over 65 researchers in the last year, all credible guys, right, on our show, Bigfoot Michigan Rob. I've talked to people that have been doing this for 40 years, 20 years, 15 years, and the things that helps them or actually hinders them is these sort of magnets that are out there. There's just soiling, giving out disinformation, and making the average Joe that might have an interest. If you're a 13-year-old kid and you read this article, you're like, oh, well, I'm going to move on to something else, and this person could be the next mainstream person in the field. We don't know. I was just reading this, and I was fed up about reading these things. I hope you are too, because there's not a place for it in the Bigfoot community. There's not a place for it anywhere. I appreciate your time today. I just had to mention this because it just boils my brain. It boils it. Brunch with Bigfoot Michigan Rob on Thursdays at noon with Tex. Come check it out. Subscribe to Bigfoot Michigan Rob. I hope you enjoyed this. I had to get it off my chest. I'll talk to you later. BMR, he's out. Have a great day.